Hello and welcome to Game 8 of Bob's KGS series. Um, it's going to be our first and only game of this week, I believe. Last week I had, I think, 2 losses, which brings our loss total to 3 in a row. We had a very much better streak of 4 wins in a row before that, but let's see if we can get another win. Either way, let's see about getting a game that's going to be something we can learn from. It's good for me to explain my moves because I end up learning a lot as well, because forcing myself to understand why I do what I do, or why I think the way that I do. I normally don't take things and crystallize them as much as I do when I'm trying to explain what I do, which is why I think it's a very big part of learning to be a better Go player to teach others. You'll see me do teaching games. I'll do game reviews every once in a while on my account. If you ever have a request for that, feel free. I may not have time. I may have time. If I do, I'm definitely willing to help. What I feel that it does is it makes me understand why I understand or what I understand. And it's one thing to know that I should play X, Y, or Z move, but it's another reason to know why I think I should be playing that. And sometimes I'm wrong about what I think and what I'm doing. If this goes on too much longer, I'm probably going to use auto match. But especially whether I'm wrong or right about what move I like, explaining the concepts and ideas behind what I think and why I think the way I do helps me to understand it better. So let's use auto match. Maybe we'll get a game the other way. I really don't like this 5x20. Oh, we've got it. I may have played this player before. I'm not sure. We've got a game. Alright, good luck. And like I said before, I may end up doing Niren Say as white, 2 Hoshis. I'll tell you what, because he's decided that he wants to play 2 4/4 points, I'm going to play here. It's not something that I usually do, but we'll see how he responds to it. Okay, he's playing low. Because I have a stone right here, I definitely want a pincer. I think I'm going to do a 2-space high pincer and see what he decides he wants to do. He's probably going to jump out or lean on my stone. This, I guess it's pretty much the same as normal. If he's playing a high move, a lot of times they'll do this large knight. But I'm definitely going to cut this. Okay. He may be playing something like a Taisha here. Let's see, do I have this ladder? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I don't have that ladder. So, since I don't have that ladder, I have to connect here. And that was kind of weird. He kind of just let me mess this stone up quite a bit. Okay, so he takes this Kema, which I consider is probably what I would call Gote. He's got a pretty nice little corner here. I'm pretty well connected. He can Hane and try to cut me, but it's going to make me strong enough where I can decide whether I like this stone at that point. Right now, I really like my position there, so I'm going to extend from it. We'll see what he does. I figured he would decide to pincer here, but it is very, very aggressive to do so. Because as soon as I jump up, I can either cap this stone, or I can pincer it right here, make these stones completely fine, start a running fight into the center, and I'm not really sure what he's doing. Because this stone is available to him, he can descend or other things like that. I am going to come back and pincer this, because I want this to be a little bit more disconnected. So I'm going to do that instead of capping, because it seems like he just has too much room here to make a base. So I'm going to make sure he doesn't make a base, or at least not easily. Okay. This attachment is something that I'm going to respond to, but I don't want to respond too quickly. I want to try and figure out what it is he might want to be trying to do here. My first thought is to just drop down here. That gives me an in into the corner, and he can't really cut my stones, so I'm going to do that. Definitely going to respond to that. Now, the thing is, he just gave me R17, and if he decides to take that away from me, this group is nowhere near settled. So, it's really, he's kind of, in my opinion, he's overplaying here. But we'll see. Definitely going to want to come over to the top of his position if I can. I would like to play this move because it's his shape point, but the question is, do I have enough to do that? And I think I do, because when I play here, he can bump, and then I can descend, or I can come up. I don't like coming up quite as much. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to do this. He's got a cut here, but these stones, I mean, once I play here, they're going to have some shape, so it's not going to be a bad thing for me. He doesn't have a base yet, which he just decided he wanted to get, but that allows me to do this. Now the question is, what do I do with these stones? Do I just play like this? I mean, maybe I can sacrifice these two stones. I can descend here, is another thought. He'll probably Hane here, which is why I kind of want to play this or this jump. This involves a lot of reading. If I drop down, the question is, does he need to pull back? I don't think he does. I think he's going to Hane on the outside. So I'm feeling like I should at least extend here. You know, this extend is pretty nice because it threatens the Hane. He doesn't really have a good shape move, and then I can drop down, because if he doesn't respond, I can push, and then this push, and then I can Hane and capture these two stones. So this is Sente against the top. So maybe I'll just do this. It keeps him a little bit farther away from this. He can Hane here, and then I'll do this, and then he Hanes again. I can Hane under. I think I like it. It's just kind of taking away a shape point. Now that, I'm not sure if I like for him so much. I mean, he can cut here. He can definitely cut here. But he doesn't have enough shape back here to really care about cutting yet. Okay, so he's doing that. There's two moves you can do. You could do this. I could do this to make shape. and threaten to cut through. Can't cut through anymore, really, but I can also do this, which then he can cut here. I could try and Hane. Then he cuts, Atari, he pulls back. I don't think I like that too much. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to potentially sacrifice these stones. If he wants like 5 moves against those stones, then he can have it. I mean, he wants to play 5 moves against that. He's going to live back here, that's fine. I've got this wall here, and I can Hane this stone for really strong shape in the center. So it doesn't bother me too much to see him try and live back there. And the question is, does he need another move? And I think the answer is yes, because M18 is really painful now. His other move could be this. It could be to cut here. If he cuts here, then I'll probably Atari, then maybe Atari down. I'll still... No, I won't have M18 anymore at that point. Also, if he cuts, I Atari here, connect, Atari, connect, and then I can push, and these stones are captured. So that'll work. Okay, we just read that out. So the question is, does he want to do anything else? I don't think he does. I mean, he can pull back here, but once I take here, I'm in a good position. Now I'm really not sure what he's doing. I mean, because coming out with these stones is a little bit strange. I mean, not just a little bit strange. It might be game ending. He's only got 2 liberties. I don't know where he's getting his other liberty. Let's see what he's going to try and do here. I mean, at the very least, when he connects here and I pull back here, he's got to push out. And these stones still are not alive yet. So I don't know. I don't know. Get Hane here. Alright. So now if I throw in, he takes, I Atari, he connects, I Atari here, he pushes out, I connect, he has to connect back here, and then I can connect here, threatening a ladder, and these stones dying. Oh, except I still have to do this, don't I? Yeah, we're gonna play it anyway. If this ends like this, I don't know if I want to post this game or not, because it seems like he's self-destructed. Oh, maybe not. Well, I mean, he still lost this whole big corner. Yeah, so he took these stones. These 4 stones are his, but should I do this first? Question is, can he live in the corner? And I don't think he can. So I think I'm going to take these 2 Ataris to force him to get some extra moves on the outside. And then take this. And now if he plays here, I can just turn. I've got more liberties than these stones. Or I can play this, or this. Let's hope that I'm not dead. That'll be my first hope. Okay. Now let's prevent 2 eyes. He's got a Hane. Yeah, this should be dead. And if that's dead, I mean, it's not game over, but I'm doing pretty well. He can connect here. Then I can Atari this stone. Actually, first I can do this. Well, let's see. Do I want to do this first? Yeah, let's take this stone first, because I can push out here. Now that he's already down to a definite 1 eye. I can still jump out to get more liberties if I have to later. So he lived here, which it was not my first intention to kill him. Would have been nice to kill him, but that wasn't what I was trying to do. Go for this. Atari. take and I've got this Atari here, so I don't have to worry about any of this. It would be nice if I could get another move here, but he can jump underneath, and if he does, at that point, I kind of don't care about this area very much. Yeah, I think we do have to mess with this co. Just to make sure. If I gotta lose Sente for this, it'll be fine. Atari here. Oh, that's not Atari. Okay. But it's still a 3-step co. 1, 2, 3. 3. So he has to, which means when I take here, it's going to be 2 steps. I can ignore 1 threat. So let's see. This is a pretty big threat, which I would think he would ignore, which is good. Oh no, he's not ignoring that. Oh, because he's got more threats here. He can push up 1 more time. These are pretty huge threats here. So let's do this. And these are both kind of bad co-threats, but winning this co is pretty big, so I think I'm going to roll with that. I really can't tell who has a good position here. It actually might be that Black has the better position, because me fighting a co for this, he's already got this corner, he's got influence here, but we'll see. This I can definitely ignore. It's not really anything that's going to hurt me at all. Yeah. Because now this group is totally alive. But he does have a lot of build-up. Now, this, I don't like him getting an Atari, but the honest truth is playing this is just really kind of gross. So I'm going to turn this into a little bit of a fight. Keep these groups separated. I think it would have been better for him to attack this these 2 stones here. They're very much more important, in my opinion. So now he's forcing the 2 stones to get strong, which I'm fine with. This group being strong is not so good against his center. Definitely going to respond to that. I don't know if I'm going to worry about these cutting stones here, because this group can probably get strong on its own. First thing I'm going to do here, though, is I'm going to see about a shortage of liberties of any kind. And then I think I can do this. Maybe I can't do that. Oh, that might have been a bad move. I might have had to back off this way. We'll see. It looks like he can just push in and cut, in which case I really did not think out my move. This is very weak, but once he plays a stone here, it's connected and strong. So he gets to envelop an entire area, in which case I don't want him to do that. I don't want him to get connected too easily. Yeah. Instead of cutting, which I think he should have done, he peeped it. which is not great for me in terms of like what I didn't really like the fact that he gets to play these types of moves, which is why I should have done that in the first place, but I think it's fine. I've got some territory here, I've got this, he's got this and this, and he does have influence over a good part of the board, but this is kind of, it's able to be attacked. So I need to think about playing moves like this, or even here. I kind of want to jump out here, but I think it's too slow. Although, I mean, because he's getting very strong in the center, and me playing these moves against that is just, it's too small, whereas he's getting a big area. So I think the first thing I need to do is see about this weak point here. If he gets this Hane in, it's unfortunate, but it's also Gote. It's not something I have to worry about. So he let me connect back, so I'm going to connect back. And now I'm not going to worry about that. I think the first thing I'm going to do is see where this Hane takes me. Just forcing him to capture that stone gives me 2 stones on the outside. And now, instead of extending from this, which I think is too small, I'm going to go ahead and approach on this direction. It gives me something once I extend back to look forward to. I've got the Aji of those stones. I view this as being very small, so now I'm definitely going to do this. And now I've got a really nice light shape here. It's going to be hard for him to attack it. And that is not only Gote, it's like hugely Gote. It's like, I don't even know Gote. So I'm going to take this opportunity. I can do a few things. I could play in the corner. I think that's playing away from my group, which is still rather weak. I think what I'm going to do is play here. I was thinking about sliding here, but I like the idea of just having a stable group here. It gives me the opportunity to play, you know, maybe another invasion at another point. Yeah. Right now, I'm kind of concerned about this center area. So him allowing me to do that, I've got a strong group here. I've got some Aji here. I've got some kinds of Aji here. So I think what I'm going to do, you know what, I'm just going to jump out into the center. And these moves he's playing, if your opponent ever plays those moves, send him a card in the mail. Just say, thank you so much. You really helped my game. Next thing that's big, I think, is the corner. Because once I've already reduced this center, so I'm just going after the corner. And let's see. He's kind of going after this group, which is fine. I think he's trying to kill me, which he may be able to here. We'll see. Hane. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. He has to Hane now. I don't think he can kill this. He might be able to, but it's going to be a little bit difficult. Okay, so I can live. And now his only recourse is to try to kill this, because I think I have more territory than him. So let's see, can I keep some kind of base here? If I descend, yeah, that's going to help me get stronger towards the center as well, because I can clamp here. He could try to Hane under and create a Ko, but the Ko basically means I'm alive. He's playing this. First thing I'm going to do is jump this way. Just trying to keep shape here. Eventually I may be able to attack something in here, which would be really nice. I don't see the point of that, because I mean he can Atari here, but this follow-up for me is really nice, because if I play here then he connects, he just gets captured. So interestingly enough, I mean this doesn't have eye shape yet. So peep here, push and cut, something like that. So I can connect. I've still got an eye from this stone. He can't push. I think what I'm going to do is just get shape here, because it does threaten a cut. Actually, I do have a cut here later. Should I come into the center? You know, I think I should, because I still have this type of shape move, and the center is the biggest area of the board in terms of potential territory. And he's going to attack me severely. Which direction do I like? I like this direction. Because even him pulling back like this, I've got this peep here. He can't really disconnect me. He's just trying to kill me, which he may end up doing. He may kill me. Let's see. But I don't see this as being... I see this as being really super severe, like the only way I can win this game is to kill this guy type play. You know what? I see this as an escape. Because he's got to pull back here if he wants to save this stone. Then I cut here. now I have a Hana here. And now I can push through this way. And this is as far as I read. This could end very badly for me, in which case we'll all cry together. Oh, good. Didn't end badly for me. It's actually ending kind of badly for him. The question now becomes, how is he going to salvage these stones? Because he doesn't have much shape. So let's see about what he wants to do with these 4 stones. Because if he pulls them out, now I have a net here. And I have this Atari here. Which when I connect here, I've still got this safety measure capturing these 3 stones. So I'm going after this because I can. If he connects here, I don't have any problem with pulling back, but I could also just bump. And now if he cuts, I can cut. Oh no, I can't. I can turn first. And now I can cut. Because he can play this, but then I can Atari here. And once I connect here, I can capture these stones. All of this involves extreme amounts of reading, and the question is, if he can connect these stones up, then is the big problem. And the answer as always, could be a resounding yes. Okay, so he's going to connect there. I'll make kind of a me-eye and also kind of aim at this cut point here. Okay. He may have more liberties than I do. But he's got one eye. Yeah, I could definitely be dying here. Could definitely be dying here because I didn't take my emergency measure. I had it, didn't use it, now I could be dying. Let's see. I share a few liberties. Let's poke at this. Let's try to make eyes. It's not going to work, but let's see. This. Even if this ends up in Seki, it's good. Oh, but he can make a second eye. He can make a second eye. Yep. And then this is resignable. Oh, that's very frustrating. Very frustrating. I don't know in the beginning did I play a good game. I know that I played well in this area, and I should have just taken this. It would have been game over, but now it's definitely game over and not the way that I expected. Well, let's see if he'll Tanuki. That would be helpful. Oh, I see. I thought that was a weird Tanuki, but it's not. It is not. I have lost my 4th game in a row with this series, and I gotta tell you, I'm pretty frustrated. I was winning this game, I got greedy, and you've seen me get greedy before, and how that's turned out. I got lucky a couple of times, but he's got an eye here and an eye here, so it's resignable. Good game. Alright, so let's look over, see what we could have. In fact, what I'll do is I'll open this offline, so he won't think I'm trying to mess with the game or anything. So here was all fine in my opinion. Good. This might have been too far. Maybe this was a little bit better, but I still think it was okay. I think it was fine. And I was thinking about a cap here to attack these stones, maybe force them to live in this area. So maybe the pincer, I don't think it was a bad move because these stones, even though they're out into the center, they don't really have a base yet. So he plays this, which, in my opinion, these were not good forcing moves. And then this was real slowish and not really about the true fight. So I don't think that he played well here, but we'll see what ends up happening, where I might have made a mistake. This might have been my mistake, because if I just connect here, and not forcing him to damage this J16 stone. So when he comes back for shape like this, it's Gote, and I can come around. Now he can play something like this, but I can get out. And as long as I can get out, he's the one who's still under attack. So that might have been something to look at. This, I believe, was another slow move. And I was thinking about this, but after he pushes out here, I'm not sure. You know, I like the way that I got influence all along this top side, but I think these two stones are going to die. And it seems a little bit easy on white, or on black. So I'm not sure. You know, I have to come back for shape here. I've got great influence in the center, and if you really look at the points, he doesn't have a huge amount. He's got 20 or 30 total when you count all three of this. So maybe that was the better way to play. And also maybe this was the better way to play. Because once he pushes, it's really just forcing him to live kind of a Gote life along the bottom, or along the top edge, and then taking shape on the outside. But let's see how we did this. And he gets this driving, these driving Ataris. This is all just reading. But you know what? I should just Atari here, he connects, and then descend here. Because I've got two liberties on the outside. So nope, he wins that same AI. I don't know. I know, or I feel that he overplayed on the top. But often I'll feel like somebody's overplaying and they're really not. So maybe this was the best way here. Just this, connect back, take the influence that I have. He gets a nice small life. Maybe that was too greedy. Maybe this whole thing was too greedy. So I threw it in here. You know what? If I descend here, well now, if he Atari's here, I've got life. So since I'm alive, I've just killed off all of this. So H18 was probably the move here. Because now, I mean, I guess he can live here, but these stones are still weak. Or maybe they're not. So once I Atari this and connect, yeah, we're back to the same thing. He's got territory here and here. I love my influence in the center, though. It's extremely thick, extremely strong. It's Gote, but it's pretty nice. So maybe that was the way to go. Because after this, I did get behind, and I could tell I got behind. I think there were better moves against this. Here, I should most definitely play this. Because once he connects here, I've still got my eye. He doesn't have anything against my group, so I don't have to co. So the co was very big. Just the little life and death stuff. So having to fight a co here was pretty huge. And then you'll notice what I'm doing, protecting my cutting stones. Before anything else, I'm going to make him weak and me strong. But when he does this, I really need to play this. This was oh, if I do this, he's going to come under my territory type of thing. But that's not important right now. It's not about whether he can come under my territory. It's about what's important. So, well, the streak continues. I tried this first, and then this block. See, the thing about this, he can just come in and cut me straight up. I've got 2 weak groups now. I've got to live with one, and he gets the other one. Or at least I get 1 weak group running around. So when he probes this, I was very happy with that, even though it gave him some kind of influence along here, and it surrounded me, it still wasn't right. He should have cut. It was way more severe. So it was a mistake to do that, even though his position is way better than mine right now. You can just see how far ahead he is. And so that's why I get a little bit hyper. But he's letting me back in the game step by step. Getting these 3 moves, this move and this move together, and then him playing that, just everything that he did here gets me very strong. So I don't have to worry about this group anymore, and it's really starting to reduce his influence. So now I get to make this move in the center. Now this corner invasion is because I felt behind on territory. I've got this, he's got this, so that's equal. So I may not be behind on territory, but I felt a little bit behind, so I thought I need to take some more away from him. And this was probably the precursor to my doom. I don't think he can Hane here, because after this cut, and then this, I've got enough liberties here to make sure that he's dead. Yeah, because this, then this. So since he's dead like that, he probably read it out. I just had, the hope that he couldn't do it. So after this, once I live here, I'm actually winning, so why do I need to win twice? And maybe this? No. So he's got an eye here, which I didn't think about. And I'm going up. This group, this white group here, should not die, based on everything. Right here, just like this. Now I'm alive, and the question is, where is he getting territory? Here, here. He's got a little bit here, not much here. I've got this corner. I took away this. I've got this, and I've got those 19 stones I captured. So I'm winning the game here. And trying to kill him is just, it's a greedy response to his greedy play. And as soon as he gets to the point where he's got connected up and he's got more eye space and I don't really have eye space, it was really game over. So even though I lost again, I hope you guys learned from it. I hope I learned from it too, because greedy play is probably my biggest weakness, aside from all my other weaknesses. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.